Hi, I'm Kelly at Memory Bound in Ankeny, Iowa, and it's Lemon Days at Memory Bound, so that means we are having Minute Maid cards. And Minute Maid cards are quick cards, easy cards, fun cards that you can make in a minute. Our first card of this session is the Rip and Flip, and we've had lots of requests to bring this card back, but your Rip and Flip, basically you're going to rip it, your paper, and then you're going to flip it. We are making two cards with the Simple Stories Vintage Lemon Twist, perfect for Lemon Days and Minute Maid. And then we're going to show you how to make two cards with the Our Little Princess collection from Echo Park. Sweet and adorable. So we're going to start out making our two cards with the Simple Vintage Lemon Twist, and we're going to show you how to rip and flip your backgrounds, and you're going to love it. We're going to go ahead and start out with our first Rip and Flip card using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lemon Twist paper. And I've used paper from the collection pack, the 12 by 12 collection pack. And I've also used some papers from the 6 by 8 tablet. Let me flip through here just so you can kind of get a good look of what's in here. It's a lot of the same patterns as the collection pack, but they're smaller. We cut paper from the tablet, the 6 by 8 tablet, and I've cut it 4 by 6 inches. You want your paper to be a little bit bigger than your card. Now we could make it on a white card or we could make it on a craft colored card. So I wanted to show you the difference, and I think we're going to go craft. We're doing a rip and flip, so that means we're going to rip our paper and then we're going to flip it. And the back of this paper is a really nice plaid, and the front is that teal with the butterflies. So I've got my 4 by 6 pattern piece, and I'm going to go ahead and rip it so that I have a little bit on the bottom and a little bit more on the top. And I'm going to rip it just like this. Pretty easy. You could either go plaid on the top and a little butterfly on the bottom, or we could flip it over and do butterfly on the top and plaid on the bottom. So we've got a few options. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put plaid on the top. And I'm going to line it up. We've had a lot of requests for the rip and flip. Let me put some adhesive on the bottom and it's ready to stick. And when you do this piece, you just want to line it up on the sides because it's the same piece of paper, so it's going to be the same width. And look at that background. I cut this out of the cut apart, and it just says, "If life gives you lemons, make lemonade." And I have a piece of craft cardstock that I'm going to mat that on. We're going to put that right here, like so. And we're going to use some foam tape to pop that up. Now if you've got foam tape, if you've got these little foam dots, either one will work. There's going to be our card. And let's just take it to a little bit higher level. I've got some little twine here that I'm going to wrap around. This is just going to go along kind of with that craft theme. And I thought that just might be a little extra special. Let's cut off our tails a bit. And there we have our rip and flip background and a little popped up cut apart. This time we're going to make an A7 card, which is a 5 by 7 card base. And I've got my card base all made here and it's ready to go. I'm going to mat it with some teal cardstock. So let's put that on my card base here. Now for the rip and flip this time, I took a paper out of the collection pack. So I took a paper out of here. You could have used a paper out of the 8 by 8 tablet. The pattern's a little bit bigger on the 12 by 12 papers than it is on the 6 by 8 papers. Since I'm having a cardstock backing on this, I cut my paper down another 1/4 of an inch. So I would be able to see some of that teal paper on the background. Beware if you have directional paper like this one where the flowers are going one direction, because that will make a difference when you tear your paper and you flip it over. So I think we're going to just kind of go about here and we're going to tear it. So here's the design of my card. I ripped it in half almost, and let's put a little adhesive on this, get it stuck down. So I'm going to stick this up here at the top. And how you tear your direction is how the white will show. And I want the white to show on this yellow piece, so I'm just going to tear another little chunk off. Another rip and flip background, and this one is a little bit different because we've matted it with a cardstock. On this card we just went right to the card base, and this one we matted with a cardstock. And then I've got another cut apart from the paper that I'm going to put on here, and I'm going to pop that up a little bit. Be kind, and it's got a butterfly on it, and what I'm going to do is add a couple of these bees. I'm going to add a couple little bees and kind of have it going off the edge, and I'm going to stick a little heart right here. Put that on, try to get it straight. And then for this card, I thought we would add a little bit of this yellow twine. On the first card, we put the craft colored twine, and on this card, we're going to add some yellow twine. Okay, so we tied a little piece of twine around this card, and look how cute that turned out. So there's two of our cards made with the Simple Stories Vintage Lemon Twist. And that's our rip and flip technique. I wanted to show you some other options. So we're going to make a couple cards with this collection from Echo Park called Our Little Princess. And it's just a really, really sweet little collection. I've got a white card base. I've got a two-sided paper. You do need to watch out for your paper to make sure that it's got a good contrast between the two sides, and it's not like a journal box that you'd be cutting up and ripping. And this is perfect from that Our Little Princess collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and rip it. We're going to make this a landscape card instead of a vertical card. Hope you're getting the idea of how easy and how fun the rip and flip cards are. So I'm going to attach that to the other section, and let me put this piece on. Now for this card, what I thought I would do is use some stickers, because they have some really, really cute little princess stickers. I've pulled off a couple stickers. I've powdered them on the back so they're no longer sticky, and I've got this really cute little gal here that's dancing, and I'm going to put that on the front. And then I have a little phrase that says, straighten your crown, you've got this. And I'm going to put this right here, and I've popped up both of those pieces, stuck a couple flowers behind our princess and our phrase. I'm going to add a few gems to this card. If you don't have your tweezers, you can use your fine tip scissors, and you can just pull your gems off and put them on where you'd like them to be. And I'm going to put one on her little headband and one on the crown, and then I'm just going to put a couple around a little randomly. So there is our rip and flip card from Our Little Princess. And we've got one more card to make. Make another one with the princess. And on this card, I'm going to go ahead and put a matte. I've found a green color that I think looks really good with this pattern. We're going to take this paper and we're going to rip it. And I think I'll kind of rip it about in half, but a little bit more of the pink this time than the floral. Stick this down. Now, just a little reminder that your paper is the same width. So if you line up your sides, it's going to be perfect. We've got our rip and flip background. We added our stickers here. We popped some of them up, and we've got a card that says Sparkle Every Day. So here's our two cards from the Our Little Princess collection from Echo Park. And then we have our two cards that we made from the Simple Stories Lemon Twist collection. Then we have one more rip and flip card to show you, and that's this card here that's created with the Photo Play Add Another Candle collection. Hope you've enjoyed this Minute Maid card moment and learned a new way to make your backgrounds that you can make in a minute and be creative with, and that's the rip and flip technique. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.